What is up, Patreon world? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. First things first, before we get into the show tonight, I want to say a big rest in peace to Tina Turner, absolute legend. May she rest in peace. We'll cover this more on the Smoke Pit on Friday, but I would be remiss if I didn't come on and I would say that first. We got a great guest tonight. We really do. In honor of the fire that was Tina Turner, we have someone with a fire inside them that is about to explode on the scene of Mission Pro Wrestling. Come June 10th, by the way, June 10th, Mission Pro Wrestling, True Colors, live in San Antonio. Go get your tickets. Please go and support these women. They are putting on absolute clinics over there. One of them just happens to be joining the podcast here tonight, and I'm going to bring her on. Everybody say hello to Maya World. Maya, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for taking your time out and coming to hang out with us. I know you're busy. The youngest DFW All-Pro Champion, women's champion. Thank you for taking your time out and coming to hang out with us.
Of course. I'm so excited. Thank you for taking the time to interview me.
No problem. No problem. Now, when I heard that you were going to be debuting for Mission Pro Wrestling, I did check out a match that you had with Holly Dad, and that was for the DFW All-Pro Women's Championship. Banger of a match. Really big banger of the match. So the very first question I have, because that match was absolutely hard-hitting. It was athletic. Both of you ladies put on an absolute fire fest of a match. My first question to you is, what is your athletic background? Because you were moving and flying, and you were quick on the draw. You were doing a little bit of everything in that match. But what is your athletic background?
So growing up, I was always really tomboyish. I was always outside with my cousins and my brother playing football, whatever. But I played basketball. Basketball was my major sport, but I was also a cheerleader. I did volleyball, softball. But yeah, I was just always an athlete. I was always a competitor. So I always loved sports, and it just transitioned over to wrestling.
So where did your love of pro wrestling come from?
I mean, my brother introduced me to it when I was younger, probably 2010 or so. But I fell in love with Kelly. I fell in love with the Divas, but Kelly was my favorite. Yeah, she was. I don't know. It's just some people who have just this gravitational pull to them. I don't know. Kelly was one of them. But I didn't really want to be a pro wrestler. I really want to do that until 2015 or so when I watched Sasha Banks. Just her swagger, how talented she was in the ring, of course. She just had that gravitational pull also. But she's the one who really inspired me to get in the ring.
Is that who you model your style after? Because honestly, I hate comparing people to people because I like the individuality, but I do get reminded of her when I watch you wrestle.
That makes my heart. I love you.
No, really. Really. So there was a spot in the match with you and Holly Dad, and I was like, you did a suicide dive through the ropes, and it looked like it was a Sasha Banks suicide dive.
That's funny. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. So who were you trained by?
Okay, so I was trained by Lou Gotti. He's a wrestler of 20 plus years. He's been training people since he's been training people for a long time, probably since 2005 or so. But he started DFW All-Pro in 2015, 16. So he is the promoter and part owner of VIP Wrestling here in Dallas, which is the premier show, obviously, in Dallas most of the time. He has over 100 students right now, but he's trained so many people. But yeah, that's my trainer.
So being that you didn't really want to be a pro wrestler, what was the moment that you were like, this is what I want to do?
So it was a Sasha match. It was definitely, I wouldn't say it was Sasha versus Bailey, because I feel like before that I was like, dang, she really makes me want to do this. But that probably pushed it even more. Probably that match, and then like her debut, like her just walking down the ramp, just seeing her like swagger. Like I was like, dang, I want to be like that. So it was just like, it wasn't really a match. It was just like seeing her and like looking at her, and I was like, dang, like I kind of want to do this.
Okay. So you went for it. What was the moment as a wrestler where you were like, I can stick with this. I can do this. This is something that I know I can be good at.
Just like in training, I feel like I got stuff. I wouldn't say pretty easily because it wasn't ever easy, but I'd say I caught on to stuff really quickly, and like it made me feel like it gave me more confidence that like in my abilities, that I caught on to some stuff very quickly. So it just made me like confident that like I could stick to this, I can do this even when it's hard, like even when it gets hard, like I still love it.
Okay, that's a great answer. So you are young. You're the youngest DFW All-Pro Women's Champion ever.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started?
Oh, I think I was 19, or yeah, I was 19 when I started. I started October 2021. So yeah, I was 19.
Okay. And you picked up a lot in 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I love most about training at DFW All Pro. Like he made sure we were ready before we debuted. Like we had to train for at least a year and like 2 months before we could even debut. I debuted kind of quicker just because, but like he has to make sure we're ready before we just go out there. So he has so much knowledge that he gives us, and we just apply it. And I was honored to debut a lot quicker than a lot of people actually.
Yeah, you seem like a sponge, like a student of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you are young, but you seem like you are a student of the game. You seem like you are attentive and you apply, which is a good trait to have.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a very good trait to have. So, how does it feel being that young? You're fairly new in the industry. You're that young, but you're seeing a lot of success coming early. How does that feel?
I mean, it's kind of surreal. Like, I still put a lot of pressure on myself because, like, I feel like I want to go out there and every match, I want to have like a good match, so just people can see who I am and like what I can do as a person or as a character, as a wrestler. So, I mean, but it is really surreal just to be able to like lead a women's division, be a women's champion so young. But I mean, I like the pressure. It makes me want to go harder.
Oh, I like that. And I was going to ask you that. How does it feel knowing that you can handle that responsibility of carrying a promotion, being that you are so young? I imagine you do put a lot of pressure on yourself. Is there any other pressure outside that is you're dealing with it pretty well, it seems?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much pressure outside. It's just pressure like me on myself to like be the best, no matter like in every match. I want to prove why I deserve to be like a women's champion at this age.
Okay. I am rooting for you.
Thank you.
I am rooting for you. So, winning the match, you have a banger of a match against Holly Dead. What was that moment like? When you got the 1, 2, 3, you pinned her, you're the champion. What was that feeling like?
It just felt really like surreal, like in the moment, like you don't really think about it in the moment, but like later, it really like hit me because like I just be a legend. Like no matter the shock or sorry, I was shocked. Like no matter how much confidence I have in myself, I was still shocked because it's Holly Dead. Like I beat Holly Dead, so it was really like. I was really excited, obviously, because I was the women's champion. It was my first championship. But, like, it was really surreal in the moment. And it's like, I'm so grateful that I got to have that moment in front of that crowd. It was an amazing
That crowd
moment.
Was really hot.
They were really loud, like, really loud. Really full.
Where
too.
was
so
that?
excited. It was at the Haltom Theater. It's in Haltom City.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really close to
Euless.
Trip
up there.
Yeah.
I know. I need to take a trip up there. I know it's close. I usually hang around the Bedford area.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of new to the area, so I'm trying to learn my way around and get to know all the promotions. But I need to take a trip up there.
We have a show this Friday, actually, in Haltom if you want to come.
What time?
It's at 7. I'm pretty sure. It's against Reality of Wrestling. They have like a Dojo Wars show.
Dojo Wars? I've
Yeah.
heard of that. I heard of that.
Yeah,
that's happening this Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Are you wrestling?
Yeah, I'm wrestling Gigi Ray.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah.
Haltom City Theater. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll try to make time for that.
Okay. Hopefully I'll see you there. I mean, if not, no hard feelings.
No, I'm definitely going to try to make time for that. I didn't know that was happening this Friday.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard about the Dojo Wars, Reality of Wrestling. That's Booker T's school.
Yeah.
And I've heard some high level athletes come from there.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Yeah. So that excites me a lot. I really want to see that. So I'm gonna try to make time for that. Okay. All right. So you're also about to debut for Mission Pro. Mm-hmm. What are your expectations on your debut?
I'm just excited because Mission Pro has been like one of the number one promotions on my radar for sure, just because of it like being more focused around the women. So obviously I'm like just so excited about that. Because I've like seen it since I started training. I knew I wanted to be on here. But like I've been to some shows. I've been like backstage. Like I see all the girls. Like one of the things I love the most is that they like all come get in the ring. They all have a meet and greet before the shows. So like I always like, dang, I can't wait to like I'm there, and so I get to have that moment. So I'm excited about that. But just like being able to come to the shows and watch the shows, seeing the crowd, how they react to certain things, certain wrestlers, and just like how the girls, they go hard every time. Like there's never been a bad Mission Pro show. Every show is good because all the girls, like they, pardon my language, they go off.
Go ahead.
Every time, in every match.
You can cuss,
good.
It's fine.
And every match is good. So I was like, when I get on here, I have to bring it. Like I have to.
Does that add any more pressure to you, knowing that these girls do go that hard? Do you put any more pressure on yourself than normal?
I mean, probably, I don't think so, because I watched 2 shows, like I said, live, and I was like, it just made me like more ready. It made me more pumped, like to be on the show. It made me more like, it made me want to go harder. Like I said, like I'm just ready to be on the show, just so they can see what I can do, and I can go just as hard as them, you know.
It's hard not to be a fan of that. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's hard not to be a fan of that. So you're taking on Brittany Brooks. She's been on my radar for a minute as well.
Yeah.
This has potential. I like these things because before I knew who you were going up against, like I knew I wanted to sponsor that match because you're debuting. After watching it, I knew I wanted to sponsor it. But I think I might be 2 for 2 on these because the matches that we sponsored, the last match that we sponsored, I thought was the match of the night.
Oh yeah.
I think I have another one.
Really? You think so?
I think I have
think so
another
too.
one. I think we might have another match of the night on this card. So
I think so too.
Brittany, she's a hard hitter. She's a hard hitter, and I've seen your match with Holly Dad. I know you're a hard hitter too, and you can fly. So this has some firework potential that I'm really excited about. Is there any message that you want to leave from Miss Brittany Brooks?
Yeah, it's so this is me and Brittany's debut, but
both of you are debuting?
Yeah, she's debuting also, but I know she's gonna bring it just as much as I'm gonna bring it. But this is Texas. She's from Arizona, whatever. She's from Arizona, but this is Texas, and you're coming to my house, basically. Basically, this is my house, even though it's in San Antonio, it's still my house. So the Maya World Order is taking over Texas, and it starts at Mission Pro Wrestling with Brittany Brooks. So I hope she's ready because I'm gonna bring it, and I know she will too.
Listen, before we go any further, because I didn't say this on air, I said this off air. Your shirt is fire. I need it.
Okay, I mean, if you're at the show, then I'll get you one.
I won't be at that. I'll probably come Friday. So
okay.
Yes, I need it.
Okay.
Because
I got you.
It's fire.
Thank you.
Fire. We can exchange. I'll get you some No Gimmicks gear.
Okay. Thank you. I need it. We got the same thing.
We can
so
exchange. Yes. Yes. We can do it that way.
Yeah.
Gear for gear. We can do that.
For sure.
I need that.
For sure.
All right. So I'm gonna say a word. You give me an answer.
Right? Okay.
I'm gonna say thing. You give me a one-word answer or an answer. Favorite movie.
Say it again.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Wait, one word?
Yeah. Or one answer. You don't have to give me one word. Just an answer.
My favorite movie, Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many triggers in that movie. All right. There's so many triggers in that movie. Favorite wrestler, male or female?
Mercedes Moné.
Okay. Do you have a favorite pay-per-view ever?
Ooh, I would say Evolution, the women's all-women's pay-per-view.
Okay, I can get with that. Favorite finisher of all time?
That's a really good question. I would say the Tombstone Power Driver.
By Undertaker?
Yes, Undertaker.
Okay. All right, last one, and this is my favorite question.
Okay.
I think you're gonna break the streak. Face or heel?
Heel.
What? I thought I had one.
Nah.
Why?
Just heel. It's just something about heels.
Everybody that I am like 5 for 5 on these things. Nobody has said face. Not one person has said face. No. No one.
Like heel is it always.
I thought I was so close. I thought I had one. I was like, she's gonna say it. I know it. Nope. Nope.
Not me.
Oh man. All right. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to Brittany Brooks and this L she's gonna take on June 10th.
I love it. Well, it's been an absolute honor having you on the show. For everybody out there, June 10th, Mission Pro Wrestling, San Antonio. Be there. True Colors. Brittany Brooks versus Maya World. I'm going to call you Maya World Order from now on. I love that name.
Okay. Thanks.
I love it. Maya World Order, Maya, friend of the podcast. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's your time. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Until next time, guys, hang around. But until next time, y'all be easy.